your years of working with the Web3 giants, the major key players in the Web3 ecosystem, what is the one thing that you've seen most of the other players, oversee or neglect, but is a key element by the founders that you work for so far?
But it's actually confidence, like how confident is they are about what they believe and what they are doing. Because most people, especially they are grow from small to the large.
After witnessing the rise of major Web3 ecosystems from the inside, Ether, the head of BingX Labs, believes the difference between projects that disappear and the projects that dominate isn't always funding or hype. It's whether founders keep building long enough for the market to finally understand. How do you actually filter out the project that this is the project who is going to be seeing the 100 million funds, or it's just a noise?
We got a three-step rule, right? First step is
that's the biggest shift happening in the Web3 right now. Users are no longer joining the platform because of the advertisements. They are staying because of community, experience, and feeling of being understood.
I think the CEO of Navita has the same word, right? Resilience is the most good character on these founders. So whatever the market trend is, whatever actually the reality they are facing, they just kept building. It's not all about money. They just always building things.
So first of all, Ether, how are you?
Hi, and hi to all your audience. Yeah, it's Ether here. Currently, I'm the head of BingX Labs, and we are doing both strategic investment as well as new projects incubation. And I personally still do some, AI projects in myself because vibe coding is quite easy for everybody to do so. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So your years of working with the Web3 giants, the major key players in the Web3 ecosystem, you might have observed a lot of with closely working with the great founders of these big giants, right? What is the one thing that you've seen most of the other players, oversee or neglect, but is a key element by the founders that you work for so far?
Well, actually, I have to say is this is a little bit tricky, but it's actually confidence, like how confident is they are about what they believe and what they are doing. Because most people, especially they are grow from small to the large one, small project to large ones. Is let's for example, there is a project I cannot announce their name, but when we first reached the team, they only got a TVL within I think 16 million. It's quite small at the crypto side, right?
Yes.
But they are doing something like the yield variant stable coin, and then they just ask for more and more institution for help because they believe that what they do is actually helping user to free their asset from earning yields in an easy way, and they actually believe in that one. Although like most people tell you, okay, you are too small, or you don't have much help with them.
Mhm.
So this is what the first thing I think quite different from others, because most people, if they are not very confident about their thinking, their idea, they will give up, right? And I think the second thing is also important is resilience. I think the CEO of Navita has the same word, right? Resilience is the most good character on these founders. So whatever the market trend is, whatever actually the reality they are facing, they just kept building. They're just it's not all about money. They just always building things. So I think these are the most two important things, like different than others they got.
Wonderful. And now, as you're working with the BingX Lab, which is more of an innovation hub, right? Working as an incubator for the initial stage projects in the Web3 space, right? And you specifically handle that which project is worthwhile and which project is actually worthy of handling those funds, right? Just filtering out the noise. So how do you actually filter out the project that this is the project who is going to be seeing the 100 million funds, or is it's just a noise?
Yeah, I think we got like a three-step rule, right?
Hmm.
First step is whatever the project is, we will ask about ourselves and also the project. Can you brief in most three words, like what who you are, why you do
Hmm.
this, and if a project, every we think a workable project, they can answer very clearly and briefly in three just simple words.
Hmm.
Even they got a very complex model, or either business model or technical way, because actually, as long as they know very clearly about what they are doing and whose problem they are solving, they can summarize in three
I
words.
can get you totally.
Yeah.
If you have 100 page of documentation, but you cannot express what exactly the problem you're solving in a single line, then you don't have the clarity,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's it. And the next step is more easier. So after the first step, the next question to them is why now, right?
Okay.
Actually, why you are not doing this? Because time matters. Most people project they have good ideas, but maybe not in the same pace. Let's say for RWA, right? Or RWA, I have just connect with different projects since 2020, but that's not good time, right? But at
Yes.
2022 is still not a good time. But at 2024, 5, it's a good time, right?
Yes.
So why now is a good question. If they can answer this one clearly, at
Hmm.
least they can be logical, and they can just tell me something I don't know. I think it's the second step. I would make the decision.
So is that a thing like you mentioned that current is the right time to implement RWAs into any project? So if I'm building something that's ahead of time, would it be a drawback for me?
It will be a good experience to you and your team, but actually it doesn't mean you will was very high net worth at this time,
Mm.
right? Because in most way, these founders, they are going to get bankruptcy at this project,
Hmm.
but like what I've said, the resilience will make them to build another. So they always
Ah,
keep building. Maybe
got
this one
it.
is not a good one. They will pick a good time and
Got
a
it.
good
Got it.
one to build again.
Got it. Got it. And like right now, there are I think two major things that people are emphasizing on is one is AI and one is RWA,
Yeah.
right? And you also talk a lot about AI and the agentic systems and how to implement that. Speaking of agentic systems and AI, uh, the exchanges nowadays are uh, apart from exchanges, most of the projects, most of the softwares are making the systems MCP enabled, right? In the similar way, if an exchange enable themselves, make sure they are NC enabled, or they incorporate some sort of chatbot that can help them trade, what do you think? These fancy UI models that we have currently in exchanges, like different panels of uh, orders, charts, indicators, volatility maps, and everything, would they still exist, or would there be just a simple chart with ups and downs and the pips, and just one chart model where the users will enter hi, this is my strategy, and just make a trade?
Well, I have to say, at this stage, still chatbot, still the same, interface for user.
Mhm.
Maybe at least in 1 or 2 years, still everything maybe the same. But maybe over 2 years, let's say, let's looking forward like 2 years later, it might totally be different. Because I think there will be a time we call agentic everything, agentic trading, agentic like a lifestyle, agentic everything. That means I got my own agent, each platform, including centralized exchange, and
Mhm.
other maybe your like food order panel tree agents. So everything is about agent. They push out their own agents,
Mhm.
and user use their own agent, have connection with different agent, including their central exchange agent to do the trade. So that means at that time things will be totally different. They don't have to look at the chat box, don't have to look at diagrams or anything. They just tell their own agent, and they will search for their own centralized exchange account. Tell that agent over there, tell okay, you do ABC, you do the trade, you do oscillator trading or whatever, but not let the user to analyze the diagram himself. So so this will be more automatically. So they will just shift their behavior about how people trade and how user trading in the exchange.
Get it. So in near future, your vision is the agents would be everywhere. They will performing tasks, and humans would be more of a strategizer. Right? True.
Yeah, it's like human is the commander. So your agent will search for everything for you, and you just to okay, this is a good strategy, just allow
Got
it.
it.
This is
Got it.
better one, just throw it
Got
away.
it. Got it. Got it. Great. So thank you so much. I think that's all the time we have for the event because you have multiple sessions back to back. So I'll let you leave and enjoy the rest of the event. And until then, probably we'll see you again in next edition and might do another session with you. Thank you so much for having us and giving us the time.
Thank you, and thanks for our audience. See you. Bye.
Wonderful seeing you.